Hey everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering book reviews. Today we are talking about Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, which we both got off of NetGalley. Yep. Okay. So this is the sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and it takes place just like about a month. I don't think it's a full month after the end of the first book. And it's about Pip, who is a teen amateur detective. I don't want to give away a lot of spoilers from the first book because the first book was really, really good. But basically, she got involved in a mystery. She solved the mystery, which I think is safe to say because in teen mysteries, the hero solves them.
Solve them.
And so in this book, she has been doing a podcast about the first book, about the mystery in the first book, and her friend Connor's older brother goes missing. And Connor asks her to investigate, and she really doesn't want to do it because, like, the first time it literally physically almost killed her and emotionally almost killed her. So she goes to the police, and the police are like, he's an adult, we're really not going to deal with it. So she has to deal with it. And so it's about her investigating Jamie's disappearance and kind of unraveling the mystery in the small town of Fairview, Connecticut. And she's joined with Robbie from the first book, who is now her boyfriend, and she's got Connor and who's helping her, and that's about it.
So I don't know why, but in my head I always call her Pippa. I don't call her Pip. I don't know why. It's just like it's what I do. And like she goes by Pip, but I call her Pippa.
So I
And
think,
yeah,
I guess in the first book, do they say her name is Philippa? Philippa?
probably. I can't remember,
So
honestly.
the first book, the one thing that kind of threw me in the first book is that Holly Jackson, is English. The books apparently were written to take place in England, but when they brought them to the United States, for some reason they changed it to Connecticut. And the first book, it was really, really obvious that they needed a better beta reader to find everything. This one wasn't as noticeable. There were only like 2 or 3 little things. But the thing that kept catching me was the Pip thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's just not a name you hear in the United States. But
No.
Pippa and Philippa are things you hear in the UK.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't just leave it in the UK. Like
Neither.
I don't understand.
Well, I remember we did the first video and like people were posting it on comments on our video and we're like, no, I read this. I live in England. It took place here. Because then they wouldn't have to change it. And it's just distracting.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as bad in this book, but the first book it was very distracting.
This book was still just as good. Like, I really enjoyed it. It moves super quickly, and it's totally engaging. Like, I would definitely give this to a reluctant reader.
Well, and she's a great main character.
Yeah.
Like she is smart and she is quick-witted and she stands up for people. She stands up for herself. She doesn't put up with stuff. She's genuinely trying to do good. Like, she's genuinely thinks that what she's doing is the right thing.
And she kind of deals with these mysteries responsibly. I mean, like, to say no at first because, like, my parents can't handle it, my family can't handle it, like, I can't handle it because of all of the fallout what happened before. Like, she is doing things responsibly and she's thinking things out and not, like, rushing into things, and, like, she's more believable in that way.
Well, and I also, while I was reading it, I kept thinking, she's like, the way she's dealing with the mysteries, like the way she's solving the mysteries are believable too. Like, I need to figure out what happened at this party. So I ask everybody at school who was at the party, did you film anything? Did you take pictures? Can I look at your Instagram? It's not like she automatically like hacked into like closed circuit TV and got everything. Like, it's like a reasonable thing.
Though, to be fair, there were some parts that it was very convenient like that. Like, oh, somebody was looking for $900 and blah, 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 asked for $900. Well, obviously they must be connected. And it's like, that's not, like, that's circumstantial at best. Like, but because the book is so well written and I like the characters so much, I'm willing to look past it and move along and, make your tenuous connections and I'll just deal with it.
See, and that didn't, like, I didn't even notice that stuff. My thing was, like, I feel like the way the mystery was resolved, like, I think it's the last 15% of the book, it happens like really fast, and it really didn't feel like that aspect had been touched on before.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it connects very well.
But it's possible that you just miss the clues. So it's possible that
But
if I go back and reread it, it's there.
right, I mean, and I think that's kind of what adds to it because it comes out of left field that you're not seeing it coming, and I think that's what adds to making it a good mystery.
Right, because if I don't figure it out with a mystery, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I usually figure them out.
Yeah. And I thought I had it figured out, and I didn't.
No. I had it I had it partly, but I was just flipped.
Yeah.
Um, so we should rate it.
All right.
So our rating system starts to stop with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If you don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at 4 unicorns because I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like, it had me, it grabbed me, it moved quickly. Like, I enjoyed it. And even though it was it was far from perfect, but I still really enjoyed it.
Well, I've been going back between 3 and 4, and I think that my problem is I keep comparing it to the first book. And the first book was a little better, as first books often are. But standing on its own merit, it is very well done, and it is a 4. So I'm going to go with 4 as well. Because the characters are strong, the relationships are strong. I would have liked a little bit more between Pip and Ravi. I feel like they keep saying that, like, all of a sudden they're in love, but I feel like we don't see that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we needed to see more of Pip, like, because I wanted to know her better. And, like, really
Right.
all we're seeing her is through the lens of her solving a mystery and not really her as herself.
Which I think makes it feel very much like a classic British mystery. So if they had left it in the British countryside, it would have worked a little bit better because, like, those classic, like, my mother loves every mystery show on BBC, and you don't really get to know them that well outside of their job, but you accept it because it's a classic British mystery.
Yeah.
But no, and there's a third book coming out, and I'm excited to read that too.
And
So
this would be an awesome Netflix show. I
it
would watch
really
it.
should. So even BBC. I have BritBox. BBC could turn it into a TV show. Um, so that is where we are on Good Girl, Bad Blood, and we'll see you around.
Okay, bye.
Bye.